this is season number 2. We are with Ferrari. We did change sides, or teams early on in really good performances at the moment, but Azerbaijan is the next race on our calendar, so let's jump into that. And it is no, not that one. But we go into half time in the football as well. I am keeping an eye on the Arsenal football match. But we lead at home to Chelsea by a goal to nil as well, so keeping an eye on that. But right now, let's focus on the Grand Prix ahead of us. Can we get a good result? That is the question. Let's have a look at where we are on the grid. Not very good. Not the best of strategies, so let's just turn down our fuel down to about 14.5 laps. We'll go with a balanced setting and we'll get straight into this. Track temperature 34 degrees. And we lead by, so hopefully we can get a good start here in the Grand Prix. And we've got a great start. We launched off the grid. We're not going to lose the position. We're going to go... Oh, God. No, we're not having that. Not having that. We got a really good start, though. We'll start from there. Going to go down the outside of Devon Butler here. Oh, got a bit of collision there. We're being tapped by our teammate here, Sebastian Vettel. Run a bit wide. Shut the door. There's a collision behind us. I think that may be Vettel involved, but we are away from the grid. Down the long straight into the sharp left-hander coming up. Heavy on the brakes. Not running too wide. Into the sharp right. Bit of a lock up on the front right, but we're doing alright so far. Gonna look to take... Oh, I was gonna launch it down the inside there, but no point taking too many chances early on. We're going to have Leclerc, Perez and Devon Butler ahead of us. P5 at the moment. Hamilton leads the Grand Prix. He's got a good lead ahead of us as well. As the battle for second and third heats up. Bit of a corner cut there, nothing too bad. As we... Let's turn down our ERS here. Trying to just maintain a good line through here. Try not to lock up here. Oh, I thought I was about to hit the wall there. The panic was real. Into the left-hander. We're normally quite good on this behind us, but we still remain in 5th place. Full fuel. But no, look at this. The car just has no real... Was on the rev limit really there. Massive lock up. It's going to force us wide. Teammate is already in the pits, so... Clearly, Vettel was involved with that first lap crash. As we said, after the collision he made with us, tapping our right side, our left side, sorry. But look at this exit. We've got an excellent exit. We could maybe launch it this time on Devon Butler. Decide against it. Oh, we've spun him out. Oh, he's taken us out the Grand Prix as well. Let's flash back on that one because that was just unfortunate more than anything. But we'll try it again. Down the inside of Devon Butler. Slight collision again. Oh, this is just ridiculous. Right, let's try this one more time. This time we won't go down the inside. I just think it's not necessary, especially with the... Oh, seriously. I'm not having damage. Not when I can avoid it. Under braking. A little tap of Devon Butler. We get a poor exit and he'll pull away here. Maybe this time we'll go down... No, decide against it again. He's definitely... This is a tight circuit here, so maybe we'll have to beat during the pit stops. But Valtteri Bottas has closed the gap on us as well. no real way of us getting through at the moment. Still we remain in P5. Bottas really is going to push us here, you can see it. Early on the brakes here. Avoid the... Oh, we spun out. Really? It's one of them Grand Prix. This is the worst Grand Prix for me and Monaco. I can't do with a tight circuit, but here we go again. Down the long, into the long, sweeping left. Into the sharp left. Early on the brakes, try not to lock up. Good exit, just about held on, but Bottas is right on our tail now. Early on the brakes for the left-hander. Don't run too wide, avoid the wall. That cost us a bit of time, but still, Hamilton has a serious lead in this Grand Prix. More updates.
Confirmed.
But look at this, we've got no pace on this long straight. Barely hitting 200 miles an hour. And Lewis Hamilton is really beginning to pull out lap times here. Bottas goes down, looks for the... Oh no, I got distracted. That was stupid. I got distracted there by looking at the where Bottas was. But Bottas, from a long way behind, will go down. We'll look for the... We're going to try and move over here. Try not to give him too much of a slipstream. Block him off early. Get a good exit. We're almost a second and a half off the pace here. As we hit the wall as well. Just for good measure. I'm going to put this down to medium. Fuel's pretty good still, a lap and a bit extra of fuel if we need to use it. But remember, we've got 13 laps here in Azerbaijan. A top 5 finish isn't a bad result here in a circuit that I'm really not used to. But you never know what can happen. Down into the left-hander. Almost a second down on our best sector time, but we can make that up. We have the car to do it. It's not the speed at the moment. Good exit that time. But Bottas is really on our tail here. Trying to make the most of his... Bottas is definitely going to have to launch it at some point. You can just see him getting closer. Definitely got the power to beat us here. Valtteri Bottas in the Red Bull. I think he is. Yeah, he is the Red Bull. And he is gaining on us as well. Not a bad exit that time though. Oh, look at the pace the Red Bull's got coming out of that final sector though. Oh, we both locked up, and that's going to cost us both time.
We're leading our teammate by...
Oh, we've got to redo that. That's a joke. It really is. So he shuts ERS. As long as we keep it top 10 position. Just keeping the fuel at medium, but standard, and fuel and ERS at medium here. Oh, he shut the door there. Doesn't run wide, but he's got a bad exit. We're going to go around the outside.
A new strategy is available on the MFT. Got that confirmed.
We're going to pit this lap, I think. And we have to, really, to have any chance of getting a good position here. And that is our race basically done now. After that collision with the wall. We'll do the flashbacks as many times as we need in this Grand Prix. I'm really not fussed by the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. We're not that great on this circuit. Car doesn't feel anywhere near where it should. Makes it
Don't forget, box this lap.
wide. Oh, smash.
Are you alright? Engine off, engine off.
Even though we're in the pit lane. So into the pits we do go. And we have to do what we can. We have to make the most of this situation. The early pit stop, we're going to probably come out in a really low position though. But remember, we'll probably come out 16th, 17th at this rate. 17th. Here comes Carlos Sainz to put us even lower. 18th on the grid now. It isn't going to be a points finish in this Grand Prix at this rate. But remember, we could go
Look after these tyres now. We want to
a
finish
long
the
way
race on
into
this
this. But remember, we've now got Vettel, who crashed out lap 1. He was the first one into the pits, but we're not bothered by him. We've got to just focus on our own strategy now. Try and get back into this race, but with the lack of pace we do have, we're nowhere near the lap times of Hamilton. Fastest lap overall.
Couldn't receive that. Repeat the message. The fastest lap at this point in time is a 1:46.1.
Oh my god. And that is just gonna make it worse. Oh, I'm not even blocking him, I crashed. Oh, seriously, game, come on. So we are absolutely dead last in this race now. And you know what? We're going to retire. We're not going to get nowhere. I don't see us getting anywhere at all. But we'll do another lap. If we don't, I don't see us doing much of this race at all. We haven't done well.
Battery charge is high. Let's increase ERS deployment to up the pace.
Let's try and make the most of this. But at the moment, massive oversteer. Good exit. 8 laps to go. And we are dead last in this Grand Prix. I don't think we're going to be able to do much with this. We just clip the wall. I think we're just going to retire the car.
Find that front wing. It'll need replacing if it takes too much damage.
Yeah, I think we'll just end it here in this race. We haven't been up to race standards.
We're trailing our teammate by 11.9 seconds.
Yeah, we'll retire the car. There's no point. We haven't got the car to do it with. And there's no point trying to do it with a race that we're not going to do well in. Well, we'll go into the next round as Mercedes win it. Where does Vettel finish though? Or did he retire as well? Let's have a look. Vettel got 9th. Jeez! And we're 1 point ahead of Lewis Hamilton, so it was nothing we could have done in that race. We just weren't up to pace, so we do retire the car and save any potential damage.
Things didn't really go your way today. Let's have your take.
Let's see.
Have any comments about the collisions?
No comment, I think is the best answer for that.
That crash looked pretty serious. Can you walk me through what happened?
No comment again, just to keep the team happy.
Well,
Because if you answer either way, I would have got a rep decrease, or worse, I would have lost aero at the support of the team for certain things. So anyway, into the second half of the football as well here. And Chelsea have the ball in their defensive third. Long ball forward. Good header away. Good header forward. Yes, come on boys. Nice. Lovely. That is so much better from Arsenal. Our reputation dropped massively. I'm just going to negotiate the same contract here. There you go, sorted. Right, so let's do some R&D. I think we can do something. Nope. Okay, nothing they would recommend. That's fine. So we'll go forward another week into the Baku. Oh no, it's Spain now. Oh, excellent. So, Spain as a circuit I do like. Both of my upgrades failed again, which is annoying me. Wet race day, so
I recommend we could go for something like this.
we're going to redo that. And we'll redo that as well. I'm not happy with the wet race, so that's going to annoy me, but we'll skip to qualifying. One shot qualifying. One lap to try and get pole position, or at least the top two. Remember, we do have a 1 point lead in the Drivers' Championship as well, as we come into round number 5. One more race on this gearbox. Well, this engine load. So we'll go straight into qualifying. Wet race coming up, so got to be aware of that.
Qualifying's about to kick off any moment here at the Circuit Barcelona Catalunya.
One shot quali. Car looks pretty decent, gearbox is pretty decent as well. But yeah, let's go straight to quali and see what we can do. Who is on temporary pole? We are going for pole position. 1 lap here in the Spanish Grand Prix, Circuit de Catalunya. Oh, this feels so good. Actually feels like the car has got a bit of power to it in this first section. We've got a lead over Lewis Hamilton as well, who did set provisional pole. Is almost identical in these lap times here. Hamilton does have pole at the moment, but we are trying to close the gap. But Hamilton really is gunning for it. Oh no, that messed us up completely. Let's redo that last sector there, only because I want to do this lap. Good exit. Hamilton does have the lead. And again, it's that same blinking corner. Right, let's go to here. So we need to cut that corner a little bit, go over the curb. Excellent exit that time. Run wide, that's fine. We can deal with that. Heavier on the brakes. It's going to be tight. And we're going to lose out to Lewis Hamilton. And we're going to do P5 again. What a joke.
Okay, that's pretty disappointing, but we can
Oh, that's annoying. I actually thought we were going to be on P3 or 4, but not P5. That is a ridiculous situation yet again for our leadership of the championship. It means more pressure on us as we go into the Grand Prix itself. But perhaps potentially the opportunity of underfilling the car slightly would help. But then it means relying on the fuel saving mode throughout the Grand Prix. But we'll see what happens. Still Arsenal lead, Chelsea 1-0 at the Emirates. Just going to turn the volume up on that so I can hear it.
Tough luck there. It's not quite where we want to be on the grid, but chin up, it's not the end of the world.
Can't be offside. Let's go into the wet Grand Prix of the Spanish Catalunya circuit in Barcelona. Not the best quality, remember.
Fantastic qualifying.
So let's see what we can do in this Grand Prix. We're not under for the.
some space going into the first corner, so try to keep it tight.
Gonna go with a slightly shorter underload of the fuel. And let's get started. Engage the clutch. Oh, that was stupid. Let's restart. How early did I actually go? Oh, it's because of that long red light. That's why. Let's do that again then. I don't think that was right because obviously.
Okay, let's give it 100% today. See if we can make a top.
Right, so clutch is in. Hold the clutch in. Oh, we bogged that down massively. Look at Vettel, he's away already. I hate wet racing. Oh my god, look at the amount of positions we've lost here. Trying to avoid. Oh, we hit Vettel. Give me 1 second, guys. Silence kicked off the Arsenal game. Let's redo the start. I'm going to stick to my line. Lucas Weber in our eyesight. Oh, wow. Look at Magnussen come flying down the inside there. These wet tyres have no grip. Let's try that again. Good exit. Gonna go around the outside here, and then into the inside line. Try and catch Lucas Weber sleeping. He's not. He's awake to the move. Lando Norris ahead of Weber. We've got Kevin Magnussen behind us, P9 after that poor start. Get down the inside here. Away, but we make that move just about stick. Bit risky. It works out. Down the inside here. Bit of space here, bit of space. Lucas Weber and Norris both taken out of that. So we do well with this move here. Let's keep this move here. Devon Butler ahead of us now. Try not to hit this curb. That was a... Oh, come on. Here we go. Butler ahead of us. Our teammate Vettel just ahead of him. But Hamilton's pulled away again at the front of this Grand Prix. Here we go. Had to go wide on that corner. Wouldn't have made it otherwise. Would have probably taken out a couple of other people in that, but heavy braking. Try and recover it. We do well. Just got to make sure we don't hit the power too early after this corner. I think that's what's doing me wrong here. Good exit that time. Butler's still ahead of us though. And Vettel. They're edging away from Lando Norris though, which is always good. Look down the inside. Gonna throw it down and take a bit of tap with Devon Butler. Not too bad.
Respect for your teammate. There's little satisfaction to be had in overtaking like that.
Get away with it just about. P5 and 6. Almost identical to the way we started this Grand Prix, however Vettel's ahead of us. Whereas we were ahead of him in quali, but here we go. Vettel still ahead. Vettel's going to get taken out here though. He moves to the outside. Oh, he tried a double move. Try and do him on the braking. Go around the outside. Stick to the curb, and we make it work, and we're ahead of our teammate Vettel.
You've moved up to 5th. That's P5.
Take the long route here. Vettel's now got Devon Butler up his tail here. Oh, and we're going to lose that to both of them here. But he's got away with it. So we're going to do that move again. Yeah, Vettel ahead still.